Now watch me.
Hello people, how you guys doing? Little Guy G here and welcome back to a Payday 2 video. And in today's video, I'm going to be looking at a build that someone in the last video commented down below. His name is Tompax Gaming. His comment's on the screen right now. And for those of you wondering about the last video, I did do a full breakdown of all of the skills in the skill tree. And yeah, I asked anyone if you wanted me to rebuild a build. And yeah, this guy here, Tompax Gaming, wanted me to do a dodge build, but I have C4 sentries, so sentry guns, and use saws. Yeah, I'm going to go into the skills real quick and show you guys what I've come up with for Tompax's comment. So, we're going to start with Enforcer, because I needed some saw skills and stuff, because he wants me to use the saw. So, I thought Underdog would be good, because if I'm going to be meleeing people with the saw and using the saw, I'm probably going to have people surrounding me. So, I've just had the basic one. When 3 or more enemies are within 18 meters of you, you receive 15% damage bonus that lasts for 7 seconds. So basically, when I run in and into a room, I get 7 seconds of just pure mayhem of just sawing people down, which is really, really good. Scavenger, I'll definitely be needing as well, because I need to pick up some ammo for the saw as well, most certainly. I'm not too sure if you can pick up ammo with the saw. If that's a change they've added, I'm not too sure. But if that is the case, we're going to be in heaven. Portable saw. So this unlocks the portable saw to use as a secondary weapon. You gain 1 extra saw blade for your saw, and you replace your saw blades with carbon blades. Increase the saw efficiency by 40%, which makes the saw blades better, basically. And then Saw Massacre, very important to use as well for this build. Reducing the wear of the blades on the enemies by 50%. So basically the saws won't get used up as much. So I can be sawing enemies down a lot longer. And the Ace version, you can now saw through shield enemies with your portable saw. When killing an enemy with the saw, you have a 50% chance to cause nearby enemies in a 10-meter radius to panic. Panic will make enemies go into a short burst of uncontrollable fear. So basically, I have a 50% chance if I then kill an enemy with a saw, people panic. They shit themselves. They run. They have a chance of doing that. So that's really, really cool. But this is where it all kicks off. So, I have completely stacked in Engineer. Why, you ask? Well, here's why. So, third law is so then we can get our protective shields with our sentry guns. I went with targeting package because for the Ace version, your gun's rotate speeds increase by 150%, and your sentry gun also has 50% more ammunition. Now, the reason this is important is because I can't take ammunition, think about it, because I need to use sentry guns and C4. No ammo is involved. Or if I had to put an asset down for ammo, I can do that. Or if I had another friend in the game who brung ammo, I can do that. And also if I pick up ammo off the floor and use it for my sentry guns, I can do that. So you've got to think of the options here as well, guys. You really have to think of the options. Eco Sentry, another important one. So this increases the health of my sentry gun. And also decreases the deploying time as well for the basic version. So that's why I've gone for Eco Sentry. Jack of all trades, of course, because I needed a secondary equipment, which is the C4. Engineering, you can now select a less noisy version, which is the suppressed sentry guns. But I don't have them equipped. But the reason I wanted this one is because of the Ace version. You can now toggle AP rounds on your sentry guns, lowering the fire rate by 75%, but increasing the damage by 250% and allowing it to pierce through enemies and shields. So basically, my sentries will do a fuck ton of damage, and that is exactly what I want, because when I'm dodging people, I want my sentries to do all the damage while I'm sawing people. If that makes any sense. I don't know, but anyway. Then lastly, we have Tower Defense, which gives me 1 extra sentry gun and then carry an additional 2 extra sentry guns. So I have up to 4 sentry guns. That's amazing. I'm going to be in heaven with this, guys. Alright, so on Breacher, I didn't go for much in terms of the C4. I just wanted to increase the firepower. So, we shall unlock this one so we can get to combat engineering. I've only basic to this one. I've used up all my skill points you can see down here. Then combat engineering is just so then the radius and the damage is increased. More firepower means that I get more shape charges and C4s, which is really, really good. So that means I can place more down and set up more of a defensive perimeter. Fire trap, which means that once the trip mines explode, they create a fire aspect, like, on the floor for about a duration of 10 seconds, as you can see in the Ace version here. Increase the fire effect duration by 10 seconds and increase the fire effect radius by 50%. Because the basic one is only for 10 seconds in a 7.5 meter diameter. And this increases it basically by 2, which is really cool. Or by 50%, really. Not by 2. So, like, kind of by half. You're putting half onto that. Which is really, really cool. Like, I like that. I like it a lot. Then in Ghost, this is where shit is going to go down with a dodge build. We're going to build up, we've got parkour for the additional movement speed. I now gain the ability to run in any direction, hence why I got this. Duck and cover is just that my stamina regens early and I can run faster. And I have an increased chance to dodge while sprinting as well. That's really important. And plus, if I've got parkour as well, I can just hold down the shift button and just run anywhere. Like, I don't even have to, like, let go of shift just so then I can turn around and then, you know, run another direction. I could just run in any direction I want, and I know the map's off by heart in this game, so, you know, I can't be bumping into anything. So, you know, well, I'm kind of gonna jinx that now, but anyway, that's that. Dire Need is just when my armor breaks, the first shot on any enemy will cause the enemy to stagger. I'm not too sure if this affects with a saw. If so, that's pretty cool. That's why we're going to test this out. But the reason why I put points into both of these two, because these two aren't really useful. Shockproof might, but I'm not too sure. Has 30% chance to backfire on the taser. See, if taser's tasing has 30% chance to backfire, that's only 30%. So, you know, kind of useless in a way. And then Sneaky Bastards at the top. So you gain 1% dodge every 3 points of concealment, under 35%, up to 10%. You gain 1% dodge chance every 1 point of concealment under 35 up to 10%. So, pretty cool. And fugitive, nothing in fugitive. So, that's the build, guys. That is the build. Let me know what you think. I'm going to hop into a game now. I'm just going to try and get my concealment as low as I possibly can. I got the rogue on. I got other shit on as well. I might have to try and increase concealment. I do actually have a concealment mod for this as well. I can whack that on real quick. That gives me a bit more concealment, which is pretty cool. Anything else we can increase the concealment with? I don't think so. We can just increase the ammunition, but then that'll decrease damage, so I kind of want that. But yeah, that's that. We have 26 concealment. I'll try and make it lower, guys. I might even use a Gruber Kurtz pistol. Let's purchase the Gruber Kurtz pistol, because that is the best for concealment. Or if you don't have the DLC, actually, I'd say the Bernetti has the best concealment. Or, in fact, the White Streak is free, I believe. So that might have the lowest as well. So yeah, Gruber Kurtz. It's just so then I can get this, modify. Why not whack a skin on it? And then where is my little sizes and max presser? There we go. That is all I need on it. Then there, 19 concealment. That's as low as we're going to go, really. But you know what? Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. Let's check the other modifications and see if we can put it lower. I don't think we can. That kind of sucks. But either way, guys, we're going to hop into a game and see how this build works. And yeah, let's have some fun. Okay, guys, so before this, I tried to do an example on Diamond Store. But it didn't go so well because it wasn't a really good map. It's kind of too small and compact. Not many cops came. So I put the difficulty on very hard. Just it's got a little bit mix of difficulty and, you know, police, you know, cops. Just so I can try and test this build out for you guys. So I went on to Bank Heist and you're seeing gameplay on the screen now of how I ended up using the build. I kind of adapted to the build. And this is like second game of me using the build. So I kind of thought, okay, how do I use this build? Like, let's see how Tompax wants me to use this build and how he might use this build, because I don't know how he uses this build. Okay, you can leave a comment if you're watching this, Tompax, how you use the build. I'm interested in how you use the build, because here's how I did and here's how I adapted. So I treat my saw as basically a utility, unlocking doors, sawing safes, all that, etc, etc. Okay, but if you're playing with multiple friends, okay, you can definitely use this as a weapon. Like, what I did here, for example, the reason I picked Bank Heist is because if you can see here, or through the walls, I put down 2 ammo bags in the photocopy room and on the top floor of the bank. So that meant I can get extra ammo for my saw, which then meant I can feed it to get more sentry guns down. And I ended up putting sentry guns down, 2 outside and 2 inside, just so then it covers most of the map really. And as you can see, running around the map, firstly my dodge build is working really well. I'll show you some examples as well in this gameplay of some how the dodge build works. And at 19 concealment with these skills and stuff, this dodge build works really well. And with these skills all combined, it just makes it really, yeah, like I said, really good. And Rogue as well, the perk deck I'm using was a great choice. The Rogue perk deck is what I'm using at the moment, just so I can get a hell of a lot more dodge. I got up to like 60 or like 50 dodge or something like that. I can't remember, but a lot of dodge I got. But yeah, C4s as well is another thing. Not just sentries in the saw. Tompax wanted me to use the C4. Now how I did this is you place it with cloaker traps, and because it has the fire spread as well, whenever the C4 explodes, it will create a fire effect, and fire will spread for about 10 to 20 seconds, which is awesome for covering like tight corridors and stuff. You'll see an example of it in the video. What I did was I put one of my C4s in the hallway, so then but at the back of the bank, if cops were trying to flank me into coming through the back door, they would get burned and blown up. Because of my increased radius as well with the trip mines, the fire spreaded even further with the trip mines, so then that made it even more useful to put these trip mines down. So I pretty much put them anywhere I could. I didn't really care about civilian casualties because I got plenty of money, but that's kind of nasty to say. But, you know, this is more of an this is a social experiment, guys. It's just a prank. But, yeah, if you can see in this part of the video right now that hopefully I'm showing, is that the corridor that I filled the fire with just absolutely destroys them. And I run back there and you can see that the fire is still going. And you can just see the damage it's caused, all the dead bodies on the floor. Like, absolutely useful. And I also use the saw to open up the doors to the security room. That's what I kind of use the saw for. It's like a little utility. I put another trip mine down just to kind of spread more fire. This is a really good way of spreading fire around the building as well. Just placing down trip mines and using it to your advantage, like where enemies are going to come in, what parts you want to cover the map. That's really important to keep in mind as well. What parts of the heist you want to cover? Is it a defensive heist or is it an offensive heist? Most heists are defensive, you know, defender drill. But for something like bank heist, you kind of want to put it like one trip mine at the front door. Okay, when that explodes, replace it. One trip mine at the back, one on the roof. So if they come by the helicopter, if Bane says on the roof that, you know, they're coming by a chopper, put a C4 on the roof, and when they come through the door, they're gonna blow up and the fire's going to spread. C4s are really useful for this build. But yet again, the downside of this build is the fact that you don't have much ammo. You really don't. You're limited on what you have, so you need to really be careful. And that's why I say that bring a friend with you that has ammo and is using like normal weapons like assault rifles and stuff that can pick up ammo from the floor. Because you can't pick up ammo off the floor from saws. I got mistaken by that part. I do apologize. I thought you could pick up ammo for the saw because it wasn't available to do in the last patch before update 100. But I thought we could do it on this patch, and no, we can't do it. So just make sure that you bring enough ammunition if you're looking to use this build, because really, this is actually a really useful build if you're running someone like a saw. And even with the dodge as well, really helps the build out even more, because when I sprint, that increases my dodge because of duck and cover. So the skill duck and cover. So it all adds up, and it makes this the whole all of the skills useful in some way. So that's why I had fun with this build, is because I really felt like I was doing something. I'm just going to show you an example now of me using just running around enemies and showing off the dodge. Yeah, my armor gets depleted, but all I have to do is hide for a bit, and then my armor regen like that. You click of the fingers and my armor regens. So yeah, guys, that is the build right there. I really enjoyed using it. If you want a build that you want me to use, leave it down in the comments below, and I will definitely cover it. I will try to just make sure that all the weapons are appropriate, like not stuff like have like akimbos on both primary and secondary weapons. I can't do that, okay? Akimbos are for primary weapons only, guys. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to Tompax for the comment and for the suggestion for the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave your comments below to be featured in the next video. See you later, guys. Goodbye.